Okay, pack is off. I came down into the river valley, or into the bottom of the river, riparian area. I'm down here in this little, I'm like right on the trail. And I got to this little ravine and had to find the other side. So I walked over here. I could see that rock cairn indicating the trail on the other side. And as I was looking, go down, get up there, it hit me. I needed to stop. So I have dropped my pack, it leaning against a tree, literally right next to the trail. That's as far as I got. Combination of the heat and being overweight, I decided I needed to take a few minutes. So I'm gonna sit up here in the shade, like literally right there, and eat lunch and get my head together and decide what to do next. I might, after I've sat and cooled off and eaten a little bit, I might decide to move on. I might decide to head back up and over the rough spot that I just came through and head back because I might not have the reserves to keep going. We'll see. I do have some really neat cliffs to look at on the other side of the river. Same ones I saw from above. Although I was not quite even with those. I was probably 2/3 the way up. I'm off that hill. And I just came down. It was only maybe quarter mile of that I came down. But it was with the heat and the elevation. This is no joke. You got to take it easy. Stay within your means and your abilities, and I'll probably be fine in a few minutes, but right then and there, my body said, stop or you're going to have problems. So I stopped. And that's what we do this whole trip, whether I continue on or not. When I feel like stopping, I'm going to stop. And when I feel like I can go again, I'll go again. That's my plan on the trail today. Okay, so I've set my solar panel out in some direct sunlight. Got the battery charging. It's literally saying still flashing on just the very first bar of 4 bars. So that's not good. That means I am not going to probably have enough battery to run the CPAP tonight. So what I'm probably going to do is just have lunch, pack out of here. Now I've got 5 days worth of food in that pack. I don't need it. I didn't have to bring it. I could have just brought lunch down here in a day pack, a couple liters of water, and I'd have been fine. Did not know that initially, but that's what it looks like I'm going to do now. And so I'm going to eat my lunch in the shade over here, back here. Sit my stool up and just enjoy lunch. I might find a couple of trees and hang my hammock just to sit for an hour or so. Read my book maybe a little bit. And then hike out. I know it'll be hot. It'll be heated today, but I'll be refreshed. I'll be hydrated. I might stash my pack off trail here a little ways. Grab my day pack, get some water, and maybe go find that geocache after I eat lunch. And then backpack out of here. Get to the car. Plug the battery into the car as I'm still only using, phone charging power, basically. Doing that. And drive out of here and maybe head over to Cloudcroft, which is, it's heading back towards Texas. It's not the most direct route home, but get to Cloudcroft and maybe find a car camping spot there, and then the next day explore that area, because I have no agenda. I can do whatever I want. Sorry, the language there. So that's my plan. I came here, I saw what this is beautiful, and I want to come back, and I will. I'll just enjoy what I can of what I've got time-wise here. I think the biggest thing is I thought my battery was charged before I came in this trip, and evidently it wasn't, because I should have gotten 3 nights out of that battery. But with the impending thunderstorms tomorrow, I'm not sure I want to be on the trail. I mean, the forecast now is thunderstorms all afternoon and into the evening. So I would literally have to, only the morning to get anywhere, pick a spot, and set up a shelter. All I've got is a tarp for shelter and a hammock to sleep in. So I'd have to find someplace by about noon, which means I wouldn't get very far anyway, and set up that up, and then ride out thunderstorms for potentially 10, 12 hours. And during that time, I would not be able to charge my battery because of the thunderstorms. So it really is looking like the best option is enjoy lunch, chill for a while, go find that geocache, and head back out of the canyon and say I did part of the Gila wilderness, and just be happy with what I've done and plan better next time. Make sure my battery's charged next time. And maybe have some different equipment, a little bit better weight option on some of it, and see what I can do. And see how it works out next time. So until I hit the trail again, or maybe I'll show you eating lunch, I don't know. Just fiddling something on my pack there. Oh, by the way, this is the Lifeline, the Garmin InReach Messenger. So you can see it's on. So if I were to need to, I would pop open this cover and push the SOS button, and it would let people know where I am and that I need help. Now, of course, I can also send messages out with it. So I think I'm going to, like I said, just chill and enjoy lunch. So here's where I'm going to sit for lunch. Pack is leaning against a tree, and I am sitting on my camp stool. Don't know if you can even see that. Yeah, that's my big butt. So, over there in the sun, laying flat on the ground because it's noonish, sun's almost straight up, is a solar panel. Trying to get some charge, might as well while I'm sitting here. Lunch, got my Star-Kissed tuna salad to go. Got some beef sticks, some raisins, some pickles, and some pickle juice. I'll drink that because, you know, that'll help. And hey, I got my Nature Valley. Here it is. West Fork of the Gila River Valley Canyon, and some applesauce. I've also got in here somewhere a couple of drink mixes, I think. Put my water so I can have some flavored water. I'm going to drink an entire liter of water, no problem, with lunch today. So I'll get at it. Literally like 100 yards beyond that gully. Oh, there's a critter down there somewhere. Is this gorgeous campsite? I know it's a campsite because there's a fire ring. People have camped here, and it is a gorgeous site. Obviously they've had fires. No fires right now because of the extreme conditions, but this would be a decent place to spend the night if I could get my battery to charge completely. So I'm on a little side quest. I pack off. I've just got my day pack on, and I'm going to go look for that geocache, which is just over 4,000 feet away from here, which is, you know, almost 2 miles round trip from where I stashed my pack near this campsite. But I'll go get the geocache, come back, see how my battery's doing, and decide whether to put my pack on and bring it over here to the campsite, spend the night here, and head out early in the morning if I've got enough charge to last overnight. There's ample tree cover for yeah, I could hang the bear bag right there, and I could swing a hammock up probably back there somewhere between those two big trees. Or I could just cowboy camp underneath my tarp, which is also an option. So go find the geocache, and then I'll decide when I come back and see my battery. Okay, just a couple 100 yards beyond where I was to see that little campsite. Another river crossing. Look how gorgeously clear that water is. I want to see if I can zoom in and show you something. Right there. That is a tadpole. That tadpole is probably a good 3.5 inches long. Now, I'm obviously going to disturb it by crossing the water, so might as well show you how big it is. Where is it? Lost any? There he is. Look at the size of that sucker. There's the tip of my trekking pole. There he goes. And there's bunches of them in here. So, I gotta get in the water anyway. Feet are wet. Sorry, tadpoles. They're moving around underneath me. Oh, the water's nice and cool. It feels great, actually. But this will be probably, if I were to spend the night, or if I were to camp here again in the future, a good place. Look, there's flowing water there, where I would get water to filter. It's flowing. It's moving pretty good. So, oh, also, by the way, yeah, the water's pretty deep. I'm wet. Dating y'all with videos, I know, but literally just came out of that creek crossing right there, river crossing. And here is another established campsite where people have obviously stayed numerous times, because there's evidence of people sitting around a campfire. It's got a nice little rock shelf here to set up on, cook and clean and stuff. Keep in mind, you should camp a distance away from your tent. Should be a distance away from where you cook and clean. So if I were to cook, I'd probably use this spot here, just because it's a table basically, and then probably set up to sleep somewhere, maybe some trees down there to hang in. But yeah, these are literally just right on the trail campsites. And I should have waited a little bit longer from where I stopped and dropped my pack. If I had, I'd have been an even better place to sit and relax. Oh look, here's a junction up here. Let's see what the signpost says. It's probably a trail up out of the canyon or stay on the river. Let me see. Okay, yeah, so Woodland Park is up on the mesa. So this trail goes up and out, and I'm gonna probably stay on that trail for a little while, because that is where the geocache is heading towards. And then this says Hell's Hole till 10.5 miles, which means I've come a whopping 2 miles down the road since I left the car. But that's fine. Like I've said many times, I'm just out here enjoying myself. If I get the miles, I get the miles. If I don't, I don't. If my battery were to charge today and I could get overnight, coming to one of these two campsites along the river here would probably be the thing to do. I don't know that I'd want to get up and over the meadows or the Woodland Park up on the mesa, even though that would be fun to get up there. Look how high that is. Some of those rocks just look like they're leaning over. They don't even look vertical. They look over the edge. Supposedly the canyon, if I keep going, the canyon gets narrower and tighter and the cliff walls get closer, but probably looks pretty much like that. So how much that can you see? But the option is to come back in the future when I know more and I'm better shape and got somebody to enjoy it with me and help carry some of the load. So we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, I'm going to keep heading up towards the geocache, which I think is going to be up this trail.